The planning department, we're responsible for a variety of areas in the city. We have historic preservation, community development, minimum housing, enforcement. We have zoning, GIS, transportation planning, long-range planning. We have a tremendous amount of responsibility across the city, and those areas all work together. We have a vision we're trying to put together now, talking with the citizens for our comprehensive plan, and that will help us determine where the growth occurs in the city, what kind of development the citizens want to see, how they want their city to develop over the next 20 years. And that gives us a tool to guide the growth for the city so that growth occurs the way that we want it to and the way that's best for the city. And we want it to be a wonderful place for people to live and for kids to grow up, people to establish their businesses here. So that's a big part of what we do.
Hi, my name's Daniel Schaffner. I'm a senior planner with the City of Burlington Planning Department and also staff advisor to the Burlington Historic Preservation Commission. Along with the citizen-appointed board of the Historic Commission, we in the Planning Department assist homeowners in the historic districts in maintaining the historical integrity of their individual homes and various neighborhoods throughout the City of Burlington. As our heritage and history is very important to the City of Burlington, our Planning Department works very hard, again, along with our Preservation Commission, to maintain this integrity through the city and assist our residents. It's a common misconception that in preservation that we're actually just telling people what to do with their properties, but in reality we're there to assist the citizens and the property owners in understanding and becoming more educated in how to maintain their homes. And if you have any questions, we'd love to help you out and talk with you. My phone number is 513-5416. Again, my name's Daniel Schaffner, planner in the Planning Department, and we'd be happy to help you out. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Shauna Tillery, and I'm the Director of Community Development for the City of Burlington. The city offers a housing rehab program to income-eligible homeowners in both the city and the county. One of those projects that we've completed is behind me. It's a great rehab project that we did that was very challenging. We had to uplift the foundation with trusses and lift the house up to meet FEMA guidelines. We were a little bit concerned at the beginning whether or not we were going to succeed in this project, but we have gotten to about halfway through completing this project. So if you're interested in applying, please call us at 336-222-5070.
Hi, my name is Brian Corby. I'm with the City of Burlington Planning Division. In that division, I am a code enforcement officer and also a minimum house inspector. Basically, code enforcement, I look at such violations such as tall grass, paper and cleanup, dilapidated outbuildings, and things of that nature. On any call that I get called out on, I ask for voluntary compliance because that's what we actually want. Usually, I can help people out if they comply with me, but if not, I will have to go through the process of the City of Burlington has got laid out for me.
Typically we'll get the complaint, and we'll go out and we'll look at it, and there's a couple things we have to do first before we label it a junk car or abandoned and inoperable. It's actually in two parts of our ordinance. One's in the Code of Ordinances, and that's for junk motor vehicles. So if we go out and we get a complaint about junk motor vehicles, that's the first thing we start looking for. And we have a checklist that we go down. First we look, see if the car doesn't have a valid license plate. If it does not have a valid license plate, we'll move on to the next steps that we look for as far as, what comes next, what makes this a junk vehicle. It really depends on what shape the car is in and if it has a valid license plate or not. Property owners have been very good in getting compliance. We've been doing this. This got enacted in October of 2011, and since then we've only towed one vehicle. It helps keep the city in a more uniform manner. It helps keep it safe. It helps keep it a little cleaner. And it's just a quality of life that we're trying to provide for them, and then they're giving us the feedback of saying, with their complaints, saying, hey, I don't like this, I don't like that, can you look into it, and we'll enforce that aspect of it. So basically it's to keep the residents safe and secure and have a clean environment.
If you see any code violation within the City of Burlington, you can call Burlington Connected at 336-222-5024, or you can either download our app.
Hi, my name's Andrew Shore. I'm the GIS administrator with the City of Burlington. We manage the GIS program here. A lot of questions I get is, what is GIS? The way to define GIS is, it's a software that is designed to capture, manage, analyze, and display all forms of geographical information.
And people think with GIS that they just make maps, and they don't just make maps. They perform analysis, and that can help us see these growth trends. You can take demographics and overlay transportation patterns or something like that.
I'm Mike Nunn. I'm the administrator and director of the Burlington Graham Metropolitan Planning Organization. Metropolitan Planning Organization, we're responsible from a federal statute. All states have an MPO. All transportation modes, highway, bike ped, rail, and transit, everything that's planned and programmed has to go through our planning process at the MPO. There's 17 around North Carolina. There's one in Greensboro beside us. There's one in Durham on the other side. It's made up of all entities in Alamance County. Public transportation overall, just for Burlington, is going to help our folks get to different places. Right now we don't have any option. You either have a car or you don't, or you take the taxi. So that first and foremost is just going to open up an option for a lot of folks. We did, for several years, we started looking, we were doing a lot of intersection studies, a lot of looking at roadway widenings, and so we're starting to look more at our bike and pedestrian needs in our area. Several of our communities, Burlington being one of those, did a pedestrian plan, looked at a comprehensive view of the entire city, areas that had no sidewalks, areas that needed to fill in the gap type projects. And looked at that from a network system, so you could actually go somewhere versus just having a segment of sidewalk. So we adopted that plan, and now the city's in the process of looking at the top priority locations to get those funded to do it.
Well, to plan for the future, we look at demographics, very statistical analysis, looking at where people commute to every day. And with the comprehensive plan, we actually found out that a lot of people commute into Burlington to work, so we're actually an employment node for this county. And that's a really big deal. And that helps us to guide future growth for locating businesses for people to work, and hopefully working on our wonderful park system that we have already and trying to make them even better, and encouraging people to live in Burlington instead of just driving into Burlington, and make this a wonderful place to live. And if we do that, that helps the city to grow and become an even better place, have an even better quality of life for the citizens.